Matthew is rumbling up the Atlantic coast. The Carolinas took a direct hit Saturday. As the storm finally made landfall, at least 11 people in the U.S. have been killed. Nearly 2 million homes and businesses in 4 states are without power. We have the storm covered, beginning with Kris Van Cleave in South Carolina.
Matthew turned deadly in North Carolina, killing at least 3 there. The storm also brought down part of a pier in Oak Island. Hours earlier, it made landfall north of Charleston, South Carolina, knocking out power to more than 400,000 in the process. Parts of the Palmetto State are under a dusk-to-dawn curfew, as much of the coastal region remains under evacuation orders. Governor Nikki Haley.
Do not plan on going back home today or tomorrow. It is not going to be safe for you to go in.
Hundreds of roads were left underwater, including one leading to a major area hospital. Trees and power lines blocked others, but reports of substantial property damage remain limited so far. Charleston had been bracing for a direct hit. That didn't happen, but flooding remains a major concern. Damage assessments aren't likely until sometime on Sunday.
I'm Jerika Duncan in Savannah, Georgia, where Hurricane Matthew broke storm surge records. Nearby on Tybee Island, sea levels were pushed to 12.5 feet. The previous record was set in 1979 by Hurricane David. Throughout Savannah, flooded roads are making it difficult for the National Guard and city workers to clean up trees and power lines brought down by gusts that reached over 70 miles per hour. Officials say around 75% of people here left the Savannah area. Many who remained are in the dark, waiting for their electricity to return.
Police are still urging people to stay off the road. It's unclear when they will tell people it's okay to return home.
I'm Errol Barnett in Jacksonville, Florida. At least 6 reported deaths and widespread coastal erosion were caused by Hurricane Matthew's 9-foot storm surge and consequent flooding. Jacksonville received record rainfall and a highway near Daytona was partially washed away. But the governor and people we've talked to are relieved the storm did not make direct landfall here.
I want to thank people that evacuated and took this seriously, because I can tell you none of us up here want to see a loss of life.
Efforts to restore power to the 1.2 million people who had been without electricity since the storm approached continue. Rena, it is expected power will be completely restored by the end of the weekend.
And our thanks to our team covering the storm. Chief Meteorologist Craig Setzer is tracking the storm at WFOR in Miami. Craig.
The storm is just now a minimal hurricane, forecast to become a tropical storm and continue to weaken in the next couple of days. Then it moves off and just becomes a low pressure area out in the Atlantic. This is important because it earlier was forecast to swing back and possibly come back and at least impact Miami and the Bahamas, possibly just as a weak tropical depression. Here's the latest right now. Heavy rainfall continues across portions of the Carolinas. This is going to be the main threat. Freshwater flooding up to 15 inches, and there is a storm surge threat up to 7 feet across coastal sections of the Carolinas there. But fortunately, the weather will begin to improve tomorrow. Rena?
Craig Setzer in Miami, thank you.